My name is Mike Martin. I live in Linden, Washington, just north of here. I've been involved with the kids kind of since the beginning of the year pretty actively and enjoyed every shift. My wife and I didn't have children, and she passed away a few years ago. I don't know how true this is for other people, but there are certain things you can only learn from kids. And that's just it. There's no getting around that. And for me personally, that has been a wonderful gift. I'd spent about 30 years working in and around local government. In San Francisco, I was in charge of all the public safety budgets. So I really found myself drawn to the juvenile detention facility. And those were hardcore kids. That was very difficult and just the worst of the worst and very, very, very sad. I tend to think of things as being part of the municipal furniture. So for example, I think pools are important because you can teach your kids you can drown-proof your kids, right? And there's about 100 of these things that any one of them can be taken out of the mix and you'll probably be okay, but you won't be great, or you won't even be good in many cases. Skookum is part of that fabric, and it's a often overlooked part of the fabric. Having had 25 or 30 years working in local government, in cities, in small communities, in large communities, I can tell you that this is just absolutely essential. These kids have real needs. You're going to show up and you don't know what you're going to get. They will almost certainly have different needs. There may be conflicts going on. They may be getting along great. It's hard to say, but usually when you come in, there's toys out. They may be outside playing, whatever it happens to be. We all pay a lot of attention to making sure that they're fed. We've talked about kids. A lot of these kids, maybe even most of them, are food insecure. So one of the first things you want to do is, read the logs, see who's eaten what, see who has food issues, whatever they happen to be. And then you just keep asking them if they want to eat something, and you pretty much give them whatever they want to eat, which they can't believe. A lot of them will keep coming back to you going, can I have another Go-Gurt, or whatever it happens to be. The answer is always yes. And if you're lucky, by the end of this whole ordeal, they might even fall asleep on you. And that is the best of all worlds. There are kids who you want to connect with and you can't. They won't let you close. And as a man, that's a double challenge, because often these are kids that are coming from places without mail. And so it's hard getting close to these kids sometimes, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes they're all there for you. If you make a connection with the kid, they're always going to want to hug you. And that's a good feeling. Volunteering doesn't have to be a big, massive, epic ordeal. The work at Skookum is absolutely critical. It's absolutely no BS. It's the real deal. It has returned to me things far greater than I've ever given it. If you're someone who's considering volunteering at Skookum, you have to be willing to learn things about yourself that you might not have known or considered. Expect to have to give more than you thought you would, and expect to take away more than you thought you would. That's what I'd say.